Welcome, Herzing students, and especially welcome again to EN 104 English Composition 1 in the Spring A term. This is your instructor for the course, Michael Bloomingberg, and the purpose of this video is to introduce you to the expectations involved in week 1 of the course. Now, if you have not done so yet, make sure that you check out the syllabus and the accompanying syllabus video because I think that'll give you a good understanding of what EN 104 is about. But again, for this video, we're going to concentrate on week 1 in the course. Now, along the way, I'm going to show you just a couple things that you might find helpful since this is the first week of the term. First of all, announcements is where you're always going to land in the Blackboard page when you click in. And I've already created the first announcement, which is welcoming you to the course and letting you know that you can find more about me in the Faculty Info tab. I've also posted an introduction on the discussion board, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And I've also let you know what you need to do for week 1. With that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and show you the syllabus, and it again is in the syllabus tab. And you'll find some good information there along with the syllabus. There's the makeup policy and a really nice video where Renee Herzing explains the price success model. So you might want to check that out. I think you'll find it helpful. And beyond the syllabus tab, there's the faculty info. And this is just where you can learn a little bit about me and, of course, put the face to the name. My email is listed, my office phone is listed along with office hours. Now the bio is actually posted on the discussion board, so I'll pull that up in just a moment. And the additional information just lets you know that you can use the messaging option on the left-hand side, which we'll look at in a moment if you're looking to outreach with me if you have any questions about anything. So most important at this point is the classroom tab. So once you are in the syllabus and you look at what you need to do for week 1, which is unit 1, you'll click on classroom and there is some really wonderful information. I encourage you to look closely at the Realize It information, especially if you've never used that software before, which most of you have not. You'll want to look at that as it gives you learning maps for the 7 units. There's a video walkthrough of Realize It. I encourage you to take time to look through that as it will explain how the software works. Along with the grading and completion in Realize It, there's a nice handout for you to look at there. Once you've reviewed that information, and please don't rush through that, take your time. You'll click on the Unit 1. These are all linked according to the units, and Unit 1 is the first unit for week 1. It's personal writing. So you'll click there, and there is a sequence of activities that you're always going to want to peruse before you start. It not only lets you know what you're doing through the week, it lets you know the points that are possible and the due dates of each assignment. Please make sure you adhere closely to the due dates. So for example, you are to post your initial discussion post in the This I Believe model by Wednesday at midnight Central Standard Time. The cool thing is there is a link here for the Realize It learning map. What you need to do is just click directly in by the units and that will take you straight into the software so you don't have to do anything outside of the unit folders. There's an attachment for the This I Believe assignment sheet for pre-writing and planning. Let's take a look at that for just a moment. Alright, so it says the purpose of this essay is to use personal writing to understand complex ideas and beliefs. And by the way, your Realize It work for this week will help you understand personal writing as well. So the assignments include to go to the This I Believe website, and the assignment sheet says we invite you to contribute to this project by writing and submitting your own statement of personal belief. We understand how challenging this is. It requires intense self-examination, and many find it difficult to begin. But it gives you some helpful advice and hints to do. And it says your This I Believe essay must meet the following criteria. And these are bullet points that you'll find again in the Realize software that'll walk you through as well. So note that for week 1, this is very important, you are only working on the pre-writing and planning, which is worth 30 points. The first draft is not due until Wednesday of week 2 in the discussion forum. So it's not too early to start on that this week, but it's not actually due this week. The pre-writing and planning is due. So take a close look at that sheet as you're working through. And by the way, here is the assignment sheet for the pre-writing and planning. It says practice a technique called free writing for 5 minutes. Those of you who use your cell phone a lot might find it helpful to just set a timer on your phone and let it count down as a stop kind of clock. When you free write, you write without stopping for a set period of time, in this case 5 minutes. Don't stop. Don't worry about spelling and grammar. Do not censor your ideas. The key here is just to get as much going from the creative well as you possibly can. If you get stuck, repeat a prompting question or the topic until something comes out. Remember, it's about quantity rather than quality at this point. So that's step 1. And then step 2 for the assignment for this week, remember you're just working on the pre-writing this week. Practice planning your essay. To plan, you want to write, let me try that again. To plan what you want to write in what order, try either an outline or a skeleton draft. An outline follows a specific format and it gives you some information about that. And if you do the skeleton draft, you don't have to write the full essay, just kind of mapping out what you're looking to do. And it gives you an example, and we can pull that up and look real fast. Kind of shows you what you're looking to do and kind of how to do it. And again, you can click on that to get more details. Now, really cool and real quick, when you get the assignment ready and you're ready to turn it in, you're going to want to use Browse My Computer. That's how you will pull up your work, and you're going to need to save it. I'm a little bit old school. I recommend saving it on an external flash drive. I always recommend students own one of those, not just for our class, but for future classes you may take at Herzing University. But save it either to a external flash drive, or you can save it to your computer's hard drive. But the concern I always have with that is computers do crash from time to time, and if it crashes you may lose your work. But you're just going to hit the Browse My Computer option and find your file and attach it, and then hit Submit, and that will send it to me for review. Now, the comments box is not for your assignment, but if there's something you want me to know, like for example, I found this assignment challenging. Please let me know what I need to improve upon, or something to that extent. It's just a note personally to me about the assignment. It is not the assignment itself. But once you get all that set, hit Submit. That'll send it to me. Okay? And that's what you're looking to do for week 1. And the only other thing I wanted to show you, a couple things. You can click My Grades once your grades start coming in, and you can keep tabs on how you're progressing in the class. I encourage you to do that. And because we are an online class, communication is really essential. So if you have any questions about anything, click the Messages tab and click Create a Message. Click the To area, and you can select my name, and you can from there type in your title line and then type the message that you need to send to me and hit Submit, and that will send it to me. Just make sure you have my name selected in the recipients area, or otherwise I will not get the message. I also want to give a special thanks to Annie Phillips, who is serving as the academic coach. Annie will help you if you go to the Academic Coach tab. Annie's information and biography is listed, so I appreciate the good work that she's doing this term as well. All right, folks, that's it. I think that covers week 1, but if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to contact me. I welcome you to EN 104, and I wish you the very best of luck during the first week of the Spring A term.